What's up, YouTube? So, in this video, I'm going to be talking about Rashawn Slater, tackle out of Northwestern. Now, I did already do a video on him. I have since deleted that video. It wasn't necessarily a bad video or anything like that, but I just didn't... I've rewatched some of his film as I'm getting into offense and defensive line, and I've changed my mind a little bit, and I want to talk about that. I want to always try to keep it real with you guys. If I feel like I've made an error, I want to own up to it. Because I owe it to you guys to give you the correct information. And I'm big enough to admit that I was kind of mistaken on some things. Nothing major. It's just a reason for certain things. So we'll get into it. Rewatching the film. I know before I kind of said that his hands were a little bit inconsistent, but I looked at his measurables, and now I understand why. His arms are a little bit short. That's probably his biggest thing that's going to be criticized on him. And that's why his hands are a little bit inconsistent. But I don't necessarily think it's a problem, because at first I just thought his hands were inconsistent, but now seeing that his arms are short, and I looked at it a little bit closer. When he and I did mention before too that when he does get his hands inside, it looks really good. And the difference is when he's able to defeat your hands right away and then get his hands inside. He knows he needs to get his hands inside, and he's always trying to, but because his arms are a little bit shorter, sometimes it just doesn't work. So that's one thing I kind of missed. But like I said, when he does get his hands inside on you, he's going to lock you down 9 times out of 10. I rewatched, I watched the Ohio State film, because he did opt out, so he didn't play this year. But dude, him against Chase Young was hilarious. He actually dominated Chase Young. Chase Young couldn't move on this dude, and he was the number 2 overall pick last year. And Chase Young's a fantastic player, but Rashawn Slater shut him down. And to me, your short arms don't always matter as long as you know what to do with your hands. Sometimes you might have to fight a little bit. People like the Montez Sweats of the world will probably give you a little bit of trouble, but if he gets really good at, slapping their hands away until he gets his hands inside. Sorry. Until he gets his hands inside. If he learns to do that effectively in the league, I think he'll be absolutely fine. He also moves really, really well in space. On zone runs or anything like that. He's really good at climbing to the linebacker. He's really good just in movement. He's very athletic for his size. He's 6'4", and 315 pounds, but he moves very, very well. He can scoop block pretty effectively, too. His feet are pretty good, too. I don't really have any problems there. I mentioned last time that I thought his feet looked a little bit uneasy, but looking at it again, I think I was mistaken a little bit. His feet look fine. What kind of throws me off is his hips. His hips do look a little bit stiff sometimes. I will say that. That would be a little bit more accurate than my previous statement on that. I don't think it's necessarily a huge problem because, like I said, he was able to handle Chase Young, so the stiff hips weren't really too big of an issue, and Chase Young is super athletic. His knee bend is also really good, so that's going to help him get leverage on D linemen too. And as far as his power goes, I haven't seen him get overpowered at all. And I think he's a very, very good tackle. I also said in the last video that I liked Penny Sewell better than him. I partially agree with that. If Penny Sewell moves to guard like I want him to, then I like Penny Sewell better. I like Penny Sewell better at guard than I like Rashawn Slater at tackle. But I think Rashawn Slater at tackle is better than Penny Sewell at tackle, at least right now. Sewell, I think, has the higher ceiling, but I think Rashawn Slater is a little bit more NFL ready at tackle. So I kind of wanted to kind of redo this video after rewatching the film. I went and rewatched my video on him, and I didn't agree with some of the stuff I was saying. I wasn't too far off, but I felt like I could be a little bit more accurate with some of the things I was saying. So, and I owe it to you guys, and yeah. So, anyway, I think that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, I appreciate you hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, leave in the comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.